Sammy Kershaw joined the Realtree team at the Parrott's Ranch for the second straight fall, and it didn't take long for Sammy to have his crosshairs on a nice buck. If you've ever experienced dense fog in South Texas, then you can appreciate a cameraman's dilemma when visibility is reduced to mere feet. Seems like Sammy had this fog problem the year before. Anyhow, this is a really good Texas buck with good mass. Sammy steadies the crosshairs on the deer's chest, waiting for an okay from the cameraman, who is really battling the fog. Good shot, Sammy. He's down.
What a shot. It's a good buck. It's a good buck. Let's go get him.
Congratulations, Sammy.
Well, I'll tell you, last year, it took me a couple of minutes to find that other one and run off. I know where this one's at. I can walk right to him. And there he is, baby. I knew we were gonna find him. There was no way he didn't run off. Look at there. What do you think about that horse? He's a good one. Boy, his tips are nice. And, I mean, he's a pretty deer. I got one running around, but he's all white. This one, his tips are white. I ain't seen that. That's pretty wild looking, man.
Now, let's join David for his entire bow hunting season in Montana. How long? Oh, about 2 hours. Making his way toward a stand site that he and Michael had prepared in July, David was greeted with an unexpected yet pleasant surprise. A recently dried up lake bed that was now full of tender green growth. David wasn't sure if the deer were onto the new forage, but he was about to find out. Less than an hour after settling into the stand, David and cameraman Mitch McEwen begin to see deer, and several bucks at that, including this handsome young 9-pointer. Other good bucks appeared at the far end of the lake bed. The deer were definitely attracted to the new growth. A better buck eases closer to the stand as David ranges him at a little over 30 yards. With his white antlers shining brightly in the sun, this buck hadn't lost his velvet more than a couple of days ago. 9-pointer approaches the larger 8-pointer for what could be the first confrontation of the year.
It's 24 yards. It's 24.
David has decided to take a shot at the bigger buck as soon as he's broadside. David readies his Bear Majestic XLR as the buck turns perfectly. Great hit, a classic broadside shot.
All right. He's hit good. He's hit good, Letter. He's hit good. He's going down. Man, that was exciting, I'm gonna tell you. That buck came in. When we hung these stands back in July, this little depression here was full of water. And now it's been real dry since. And all the water's gone, this fresh green grass has volunteered up. And these deer are really hitting it. And you saw this deer come in, having a sparring match with other deer. I mean, it was awesome footage. He got up there and I just couldn't pass him up. I mean, it was just too good. He's hit real good. He went off down in the brush. We're gonna wait a little while longer and just let him lay down. We're gonna try to find him.
Here it is again for a better look.
Here's Sarah. Oh, it's good blood.
Straight as ever, this AFC carbon shaft will see more hunts.
It won't go far. Dang Montana mosquitoes about to drive me crazy. That's good blood. But he's not bleeding a ton. A little blood here. A little blood. It's gonna be hard to see him in this tall grass. There he is. All right. I thought he came this way. Man, he didn't go far. Fantastic. Golly, what a deer. Man, that is awesome.
Way to go, David. Good hunt.
Man, what a nice Montana whitetail. I tell you, He probably only went about 200 yards. And he's a beautiful buck. He put on a show for us this afternoon. He came in, fed for a while, sparred with that other buck for a while, just great footage. I knew we had to take him. And still got a lot of summer hair on him, but he's out of velvet. About half the bucks we've seen this week have been in velvet, and some are out of velvet. He's out, been rubbing some. He is just a great deer, and I am just tickled. What a deer. Fantastic. Fantastic hunt here in Montana.
We begin our journey along the Milk River with noted outdoor writer and bow hunter Bill Winky as he makes his way to a prime stand location set up to intercept deer as they travel from bedding areas along the river to lush alfalfa fields 300 yards away. Wind in eastern Montana is a standard option available at no extra cost, and Bill has waited for a favorable northerly breeze before hunting this stand, and several deer have already hit the alfalfa arriving from different directions. But Bill knew it would only be a matter of time before deer began filtering his way, headed for the same high-protein source. Soon, Bill spots a doe and a fawn across the stubble field, headed in his direction. Bill slowly rises in hope of a mature buck showing up. Out of view of the camera, a good buck appears on the same trail, headed in the right direction. Bill wisely comes to full draw before the buck gets too close, decreasing the deer's chances of spotting movement. Man, it's a great buck. A good entry point. Now, the exit may be a little far back, but at least one lung was taken out.
Yeah, there's a good trail, good trail. He couldn't have gone too far. That was a good hit. I bet he's just a hit up here in this brush. We're gonna find him pretty quick here. Yeah, it's a good trail.
Seeing the 10-pointer faltering somewhat as he entered the far tree line, Bill figured he wouldn't go far.
Oh, there he is, there he is. Yeah, what a dandy. Wow. Look at this deer. Boy, pretty deer.
Now let's take a look in slow motion. As you can tell, the arrow entered forward enough in the chest cavity to collect vitals.
Today's September 9th, and we're hunting northern Montana on the Milk River with the Milk River Whitetail Association. And this buck came out across this wheat stubble field, heading toward an alfalfa field, and everything just worked to plan. We got lucky. There was a lot of ways he could have gone, but he came right past our stand for a 25-yard shot. Man, that was a great hunt. There's plenty of nice big deer like this. I can't wait to come back up here.
Congratulations, Bill. A great-looking buck. The limited but dense cover along the river bottom offers a bow hunter several distinct bottlenecks and funnels, easily visible to the Realtree team once they studied aerial photos of the hunting areas. And pro staffer Walter Parrott, who's known for his turkey hunting prowess, but is also a dedicated archer, has selected a prime spot to get in on some action between bedding and feeding areas.
3 or 4 big bucks we've been seeing in here. There's been several bucks in this alfalfa field. There's like 3 or 4 nice shooting bucks. There's the other doe coming in. And hopefully we'll catch him coming in here a little bit later this evening. Got a couple little deer coming.
as a nice 8-pointer ambles in closer. An even bigger buck trots in quickly. Walter likes the looks of him and comes to a full draw. Right under him. Tough break, Walter.
Don't come back. He's gonna come back.
Well, he's not going to give you another chance today. Maybe another time.
It's about 21 yards to the trail there. You can see the winds blowing a little bit. And I shot right under one of the 10-pointers there. They just bounced off there. Almost got another shot at the buck that was behind, but they left out. They're out here in the stubble field now. The bigger buck of the three went in this thicket. Hopefully maybe he'll decide to turn around and come back out the alfalfa to feed, but been hunting several days and got a chance and just couldn't take advantage of it. That's the way it goes.
Walter left Montana later that week without filling his tag, but returned again a few weeks later along with bitter cold temperatures. Fresh big buck sign signaling an increase in rutting activity was scattered throughout the area.
Golly. That is a fence post. Almost rubbed all the way in too. There's no bucks around here though. We're checking down along this thicket here to see where actually it's been a full moon here, and the deer have been feeding all night and getting up out of the field pretty early and leaving. We're looking for some trails to try to get back and catch them coming out of this alfalfa field. And along this trail is this post, and I see another one down there. This one's almost rubbing too. There's a bunch of shavings here. Almost looks like I just scraped it right off there. There's a scrape right here. That's amazing. I've never seen anything like that. Try to find the one that's got the most sign on it. And maybe get up in there and set us a stand up.
Walter was confident that if he could have one more crack at these river bottom whitetails, the score would be tied. For now, it's deer 1, Walter 0. It didn't take long. On the second evening, 2 bucks eased by, well within bow range. A perfect double lung hit. The buck goes down within Walter's view. The score is tied, and all ties go to the hunter.
Yeah. He went down out here. Look at that. What's wrong with that? Not a thing. Man. This is one of these bruisers we've been watching out here. What a buck. What a deer.